Alabi. On the program today, first let me tell you, Newspunch is a political program, current affairs, both economic and political current affairs program. We'll take a look at issues from global perspective, ranging from Europe to Africa and other continents of the world. And the plan and the purpose is to bring to you information that is able to bring about transformation in every sphere of human endeavor. My name is Tunde Alabi. I'm the host of this program, and on behalf of my colleagues who are behind this, the camera bringing this program to you live, we want to say thank you for joining us on the show today. And of course, on behalf of the chairman of Ben Television, Alexia, they want to say thank you for being part of the program today. On the show today, we're looking at the issue of the Commonwealth Commission and the issue of deportation and refugee. We started this discussion on Monday on our dialogue in that part. Continue on this part. It's important we bring a kind of enlightenment to our viewers. That's a responsibility here on Ben Television to make our viewers understand the difference between what is real and what is unreal. There have been quite a lot of issues around Commonwealth Commission, an organization, in fact, a political party in the United Kingdom, registered political party in the United Kingdom, that has been in the forefront of defending issues around Commonwealth citizens. And of course, there have been quite a lot of confusions around some of the utterances of this organization. On the program today, we'll be taking a quick glimpse at what we had on Dialogue in Diaspora yesterday, and then I'll be joined by the professor herself, who is championing this case of freedom for Commonwealth citizens anywhere in the world, especially for those that are in the United Kingdom. She'll be joining us via Skype. For those of you who have not seen her face, you'll be seeing her, and we're able to get live on this program. But let's quickly look at what happened on one of our shows in the course of this program yesterday. We'll be back, and then we'll be joined by Professor Alexia Thomas. All right, welcome back. I can assure you that we'll take this interview with Nigeria Commission at a later date interview. And we will be doing some extensive research with Nigeria Commission. Loads of complaints against Nigeria Commission. Very many people have actually recommended that it should be shut down. But at appropriate time, we'll be giving you more information about them. I have joining me in the studio now, another set of professionals in the UK who are in the studio. I have Mrs. Bilkis Savage. Thank you for being part of the program. And I have a friend and a gentleman here also, Emmanuel, who is of BIG, British Nigerians in Government. That's how I know you. And I also know you to be a member of ABU as well. Thank you for being part of the program.
Thank you.
I have Professor Alexia on the other side. Professor Alexia Thomas has been involved in this Commonwealth British ID card. Well, glad to have you. Professor Alexia, thank you for joining us on the program today.
Yes, Tunde. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing very well. Prof,
yes.
You are behind this British Commonwealth National ID card.
Yes.
How legal is this action of yours? What can this your ID card do?
First of all, I think I would have an issue. I remember that I've been watching your program, and I see that you guys come on air to talk nonsense. You guys don't know the law. You get some crazy lawyers who lack education, who comes on your program like puppets, aiding and abetting these scrupulous immigration officers who don't even know the law. We are talking of treaty. Treaty is a bond, and treaty must stand. The lady coming on seat to call herself Yemisi Dickinson sat down, set up some scrupulous organization calling themselves ABU, a charity organization wanting to take us, that we are an opposition.
The issue here, Prof, is...
Hold on.
Prof, I want you to just answer this question straight. We haven't got the time.
So
what is the legality behind this card?
Getting my voice on your program is a honor to you, because I don't call to talk because I'm not looking for any stupid publicity. But let me pass the message straight. Yemisi Jefferson is in trouble. She is an enemy of the Nigerian people. The British Commonwealth National Card is a mandate. The British Commonwealth National Card is an enforcement. Some group of people woke up and set up the EU, European Union.
I don't want you to Prof.
Listen to me, my dear. Hold on. Yes, hold on. Yemisi Jekisi came.
I don't want you to pick on an individual. I'm afraid I may have to call this interview if you want to start picking on individual, because nobody picked on you.
If you don't want to pick on individuals, she came there and said, Ebu, and you allowed her to show the ID card on your station to deform the image of the Nigerians you are protecting.
But nobody's image was shown on that ID card, and nobody mentioned your name.
Fine. Now, Tunde Alabi, listen, I sent you a full information you were privileged to have that has gone to all the government agencies. The British Commonwealth National Card is an enforcement mandate. For the first time, the Commonwealth nation and the British nation are being brought as two sovereignty standing as a mandate.
That mandate is under what authority? What can that card do?
The mandate is under the authority of the treaty, and the treaty must stand. Every time you bring a lawyer, they talk about Home Office said this, Home Office said that. What are we talking about?
This is my question to you, Prof.
Yes?
What power do you have, or does that organization have, or does that ID card have to enforce the treaty?
We are not an organization. We are an opposition government. It's like talking about the Labour government. The difference between a ruling government and the opposition government is that the ruling government is in power. The opposition government is not in power. Both governments have the same power. One is ruling, printing the money and spending the money. One is not in power and has no money to spend. One must be intelligent than one. The lawyers for the first time are going to go back to school. We need to teach them. Enough is enough. The Nigerians are dying in detention. Let that Yemisi Jekisi, whoever the conspirators they are conspiring with, it has come to an end. We have the investigation page. The Commonwealth Liberation Party website has an investigation page.
Prof, I have read a couple of your articles. You did accuse the Nigeria High Commission. Unfortunately, they are not here. But if they are watching this program, just the way you picked on it, I hope they will be able to respond. Prof, this is my question. You have accused the Nigeria High Commission of collaborating with the UK Border Force of extorting deportees.
Okay, now, so to make it easy, like I said, calling your program is to give it some kind of, like I'm doing you a honor to speak with you. Listen to me, I don't believe in talk too much, I believe in action. What I'm going to advise you to do, go to the Commonwealth Liberation Party website, go to the investigation page. For the first time, I have opened my library archive of the atrocities and the covert operation that has been going on since 2008. Yemisi Jekisi sits there giving immigration advice.
Okay, let me put your oath, Prof, so that I have people in the studio. Prof, stay online. Don't go yet.
Okay, all the Nigerian people, I fight their battle. Not the lawyers who are giving them advice. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much. Go to the party website.
I want you to stay on the line. Prof, I want you to stay on the line. Okay?
It's a honor.
I want you to stay on the line. Just stay on the line, Prof.
Because you're not paying for my knowledge. So it's a honor. And you must respect that, okay?
Prof, I want you to stay on the line. I'm not sure you have checked your LinkedIn this morning, have you?
So before I stay on the line, do you agree I'm doing you a honor to talk on your program? Let's agree that first.
All right, Prof, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Prof. Just stay on the line, Prof. You have heard Professor Alexia's story that the card is to enforce a treaty. You are a magistrate. I mean, you are of able. Yes. You are conversant with the law of the land. Yes. What is the legal basis? Is it an enforceable treaty?
As far as I'm aware, the card has no legal basis it doesn't confide any authority to anybody to live in this country. It has no legal basis as far as I'm aware. We've highlighted the issue to the Home Office and they're aware of it. So it's just to let people know we're trying to create awareness on the legal side that whoever has been issued that card should be aware it has no legal authority within UK immigration law. And as far as people also should be aware that if they have no legal basis to be in this country, they should apply to the Home Office, not be buying that card. That card has been created by certain people with the intention of giving authority to people, or it has no legal basis as far as I'm aware.
She spoke about enforcing treaty.
Yeah.
What is there something like that as a Commonwealth citizens?
Well, she has made many claims, and none of which have been or can be verified. And one of the claims she made is that she's an opposition party. Who made her an opposition party? Is she a registered party in the UK, or does she mean she's an opposition party in another country? And when you look at some of the spurious assertions that have been made on their website, you're going to wonder whether this is actually a joke or whether it's something for real. Because I could read from her message, say we are enforcers of justice and shall propagate the human rights police and enforcement of the manifesto mandate.
Just on the line.
Mandate 21st century justice, the bill and right of the people, appraiser is it doesn't make sense. It's just like somebody blabbing about things that they cannot actually do. I've not seen any tangible legal evidence or tangible anything that anybody could use in order to hold on to everything that she's been talking about.
Let me put on hold. Prof. Yes, Prof.
Tunde, listen, after this program, we would assist you to make a better platform. And before you invite anybody on your program, they need to be knowledgeable enough. If not, they are coming to brainwash the brainwash. So what we are doing is on brainwashing what they are brainwashing. Look at that woman looking like a fucking...
To cut you off the phone, still on viewers.
Listen to me.
And my guest.
Program. Hold on. Hold on. She is talking.
Prof, for the purpose of my viewers, this is a TV station. You're limited. You claim him out. You're limited by use of language. Can I just ask you to apologize to my viewers at home for that use of language?
The fact that she accuses us is already political gangsterism. So she is the first to insult us. So that's what you call blackmail and defamation of character. Every information is there. I have a document I'm going to publish today. First of all, we are going to be doing a disclaimer. I'm publishing the document from the Foreign Affairs Commission. The Commonwealth Foreign Affairs Commission accepted the enforcement of this.
Prof, what we are saying is this. First, let me say to our viewers that I don't know if I should be saying find it hard to look, Prof. You need to mind your language. I don't want to start apologizing on your behalf.
When you invite,
please, Prof. What I want you to do is this.
When you invite political gangsters in your program, that's what you will get. Those people, they are gangsters being paid to come there and discredit our reputation. These people lack education, and it shames me so much that you can invite illiterates on your program. We are talking of treaty. You are telling me policy. What are we talking about? Tunde, get some education. You and all your team, shut up that program now, because if not, all of you guys are going to be in trouble. This is war against humanity. This is justice for humanity. We will see all.
Okay, all right, Prof. I'm sorry. I need to let you go now. We do apologize for Professor Alexia Thomas's use of language on this program. Thank you, Prof. Thank you for your contribution on the show. All right, welcome back. That was the very hot discussion on one of our programs earlier on. Like we did say on that show, that we'll be bringing you more detailed information around all these arguments about Commonwealth ID card, rights of Commonwealth, purported rights of Commonwealth citizens in the UK, and of course we also promised that we'll be giving you more information about some of the crusades and campaign of Professor Thomas Alexia, and of course we also promised that we'll be bringing you words from Nigeria Commission. There have been quite a lot of series of accusations and allegations against Nigeria Commission, and we did promise that I'll be bringing you information. And following that promise, joining us on the program today is Professor Thomas Alexia. Professor Thomas Alexia is joining us via Skype on the show. I'm not sure. Prof, are you there? Good evening.
Yes, I'm here.
Prof, good evening, yes. Prof. Good evening, Prof.
Good evening. Can you see me?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly, and I'm sure we can see you, Prof.
Okay.
I'm sure you followed that initial clip we did.
Yes.
What was your reaction, Prof?
Say that again.
What is your reaction to that short clip we first played from the interview with the other guests yesterday?
There's really no reaction, because for every action there's a reaction. You know, it's just unfortunate that these people, whatever they call themselves, they did call themselves able. But by the time I finish teaching them a lesson, I'll make them disabled. So in their life, they would not take upon a government like us. They are charity. So how they could not have done their investigation properly before coming on TV to blackmail and defend our image is something of concern. I did also see the other guy who was part of those women team asking what kind of a party are we? Are we a political party in London? Or I mean, he's so confused. I mean, the sad reality is that the black have so much low esteem. It's not their fault, because I blame God for creation. The white man is intelligent, the black man is gullible. The black man they're not intelligent. It's the fault of creation. So if I come in and say I have a political party, they would not have believed that a black woman can stand up to a white man to say, you know what? You have power, we have power. You don't want to make sense of reality. We will teach you how to make sense of a situation. And that is what it is. Okay? I came to this country to work as a diplomat. I came through my own government. I realized...
Which government is that, Prof?
I came in through the Independent Diplomat Commission, as the name signifies. I realized that I have a very big ideology, and Nigeria as a country was too small for me to manage. I realized that with the knowledge I have, sitting to work with the government of Tinubu and all those governments in Nigeria, they were not educated enough, and I did not want them to buy me over. So I came in with an organogram as big as governing 54 nations of the Commonwealth. My initial agenda of coming to London was to see that I would find an opportunity to meet with the Queen of England, put my ideology before her, generate enough income, and go back to Nigeria to govern and assist the Nigerian nation to rediscover themselves.
Okay, Prof, let me just quickly put you on hold. We're supposed to be talking on Skype, but unfortunately we cannot see you. I'm afraid we need to cut this, and we just want to make sure we establish a visual connection, but we can't establish a visual connection. Can I just ask, okay, let's continue with the discussion while we try to establish.
Well, I think it's better to establish my visual connection.
Please establish a visual connection.
Well, let me call the team to assist, because it's better the Nigerian people see me.
Yes, we do think so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. While we're trying to do that, let's quickly return to the studio. That was Professor Alexia Thomas joining us via Skype today, and we're trying to resolve the technical issue about our visual connection, which is going to be sorted out in a couple of minutes, and we're going to bring her back into the studio. If you're watching this program, you can join us on the program. There is the number to call. What is your opinion about the crusade of Professor Thomas Alexia? She's saying, look, everyone has a right as long as you're a member of the Commonwealth citizen. Professor Alexia he has a registered political party in this country. She runs a registered political party, and of course she in her own right, as a registered political party, has a manifestos and a point and policy of defense. I can see her. She's now joining us. Prof, welcome back. I think the visual is connected. It's done.
Yes.
Thank you, Prof. All right. First, what is the situation about your political party? Do you have a registered political party in this country? Is it recognized? And is that political party platform that you're using to push this information out?
You see, first of all, it takes a lot of hard work to come out to say, you know what, I'm ready for the people. You see, when I come out to talk, I say to a lot of lawyers, if you have not paid the price I've paid, you can't even sit to talk with me. Now, you don't just come up and set up a political party. Setting up a political party actually means you want to rule a nation. I want to rule the world. Commonwealth nation is small. I have an ideology that will set the world into grace and glory, and that is it. Okay? So I came in, first of all, like I said to you, I came in as an independent diplomat, thinking my brothers and sisters in the United Kingdom were having a life as we would have taught in Africa. Then I came to this country and I realized for the first time the blacks are suffering. I wear my jeans and t-shirt, I go on the street, I'm talking to people. I have this aura where people see me, they tell me about themselves, they tell me their life story. I started realizing for the first time, my brothers and sisters in this country, they have no life. And then the problem of this country is just unfortunate that the Nigerian people needs to wake up and understand that this is the first time whereby you don't need to nominate illiterates as leaders, presidents, and governors. Now, the problem with that is that in 1983, the Nigerian nation had employed, what was his name? What's the name of this? Shagari to be their president. Shagari was an illiterate. Shagari lacked education. Shagari came abroad and sold the rights of the Nigerian people. The Nigerian people are suffering because the white man gave them sovereignty and the white man did not give them freedom. Freedom is unlocking the code of knowledge. I introduced and launched the International Bill of Patriot Mandate. It was like when Muhammad, the Islam, the Muhammad ideology led to the formation of the mosque, the Quran, and the book of Quran. Muhammad wrote the Charter of Medina. Through the Charter of Medina, Muhammad's doctrine was accepted and Quran was rewritten as a morals. But the main Charter of Medina has all the ideology contained in it, which involves everything about Islam, confraternity, and everything that is happening. So that's exactly what I did. So I just popped into knowing how Muhammad succeeded in, getting his ideology to penetrate the people of the Muslim. Now, you must understand that religion is an ideology. One man waking up to say, I have a concept of how we can connect to God, and people buy into that ideology. So I wrote the International Bill of Patriot Mandate. It got released on the 1st of September 2008. Now, since it got released on the 1st of September 2015. I came into this country in 2004. And ever since I came into this country, I kept studying the law, the policy, and many of the things that what they see as legal. I realized that there's so much error. And I realized that there is a system that says you have to be regulated, to have a license to practice. So I decided to assess what is the concept behind wanting the union, like the Law Society, the Office of the Immigration Service Commissioner, wanting the Commonwealth solicitors to regulate, only to realize that the reason for compelling them to regulate is to take away their power and control them. And that is why till today, the Commonwealth solicitors are puppets. So I realized that the regulation is a legalized despotism, because the legal justice system has the power to set the record straight. Don't forget, every Commonwealth solicitors who come to this country are hungry. They've come to make a living for themselves. So they come into this world to work as lawyers. But the truth is that is their source of generating revenue. Now, the white man, because God has cheated creation, when you see the white man, you're already intimidated, because they are white and you're black. They have long hair, you have crafty hair. So there's a situation with creation. So the blacks are compelled to regulate, to have a license, but the white man takes away their power. So they have no power, they have no puppet. All you see is they come on TV like Obaseki, solicitors, Home Office says this, Home Office says.
Oh, I'm afraid we are losing Professor Alexia. Prof, I think we are losing you there. The student's going to come back to me now. While we'll try to reconnect Prof on that discussion. Prof is just going to let us understand the background on the basis for which she's going about this crusade. We do have a lot to put to Prof, but unfortunately we've lost her there. She's going to reconnect while we try to take control of that situation one more time on the program. While we're trying to reconnect with Professor Alexia Thomas, who has been a crusader for what is called Independent Diplomat Commission, a commission that is in the vanguard of protecting, according to the interest of Commonwealth citizens in the United Kingdom, establishing their right. We will open the phone line now to see if you can be part of this discussion, to establish the fact that what is your opinion about the issue of Commonwealth citizenship and, of course, the right of Commonwealth citizenship. We are hinging on this program this evening because you will know that right now there is a Shigom 2015 going on. That's the Commonwealth of the meeting of Commonwealth of Head of State. I'm being told that Professor Alexia is back. Prof, we lost you initially.
Yes.
All right, Prof. Let me put this to you. So this idea of Commonwealth citizens, what impact do you hope this is going to generate through Independent Diplomat Commission?
Well, Independent Diplomat Commission is a third-party campaigner. It is the Commonwealth Liberation Party. Independent Diplomat Commission will not give you a platform to contest election. They would, you see, the way parties are created. I mean, I don't even know where to start my teachings from, and I think you really need to start asking me very, very technical questions so I can be able to assist you in summarizing this thing within the shortest period we have to talk about. Now, listen, in 2008, I introduced the internal federalistic political approach. The Nigerians were dying in prison. The immigration were killing them and killing them. Imagine a man says, I don't want to be deported. Immigration says you must be deported. I don't want to be deported. You must be deported. How does it become killing? So if we are going to force you, how does forcing become death? I have a letter the Home Office wrote to me in 2008. They said they killed 4 people. Their officers manhandled 4 people. And they told me 8 people killed themselves. Yemi Jenkinson should go on the investigation page, and I think she really owes me a serious apology. Since 2008, the only reason why these solicitors have survived today to keep their markets is because I fought the battle. Those who fight your battle, you don't know. Gordon Brown was to be kicked out of power because the cabinet are fond of using junta politics to criticize themselves. So Gordon Brown cabinet would come to parliament and they're making shameful of themselves. So I wrote a letter to Gordon Brown, teaching him how to be a leader that dictates and puts his cabinet together. I was doing all that for the sake of a compromise. I'll teach you the mythology. All I want you is give my... Now,
can I ask you, so when the Home Office wrote you a letter that some citizens die in their custody, what actions did you take?
Well, before that letter, I got a call that a man called Mr. Ogosi, a Nigerian immigration officer, the Minister of Nigerian Immigration, that he was actually taking £10,000 in 2006. So the immigration fare, the money was too much. So they reduced it to £3,500.
To do what?
Every time a Nigerian man is deported, Mr. Ogosi takes £3,500. So I called Mr. Ogosi. Hey, Mr. Ogosi, tell me what the hell is happening. Ogosi took the phone and he said to me, you know what? If the United Kingdom doesn't want the Nigerian people, they have to go. And I said to Mr. Ogosi, you are the Minister of Immigration in Nigeria. Okay, the UK government doesn't want Nigerians, they should go. And for that reason, you take 3,005 to aid illegal deportation. And I said to Ogosi, you are in trouble. You need to answer my question. I hope Ogosi is hearing me, because the war that he thought ended in 2008, which I compromised because of Mr. Oniwo, the Minister of Welfare, begged me for Ogosi. Ogosi is a mentally unwell man.
Okay, let's return to 2015. You have also accused the Nigeria High Commission again of taking money off potential deportees to prepare travel documents for them. How well can you substantiate that accusation and allegation?
Let me correct your use of English. I do not accuse. I'm a woman of substance. I'm a woman of knowledge, and I'm a wizard.
We will call this accusation because we have not given the Nigeria High Commission the right of response yet.
To me, my dear, that is why I don't go on television to talk to people. And I told you yesterday, it was a honor to talk on your program. And if you don't get your statement right, I would go off this program now. You must mind your language. Don't use the word accuse. There's what is...
How well can you substantiate this fact of Nigeria High Commission now taking money to prepare?
I would answer you now. Listen to me. There are different personalities. You have the activists, you have the advocates, you have the teacher, and you have the educationists. They are professors, but you see, I'm knowledgeable. That takes me above all men because I have divinity. I don't just accuse. I come out to make a declaration and shame insanity. You are in a system whereby injustice has been orchestrated as a law. The greatest abuse is oppressive injustice. And when oppressive injustice is chartered as a law, the voice of justice is silent. For the first time, every Nigerian man, to the lawyers in this country, they are cowards. They love their money. they love their personal interests, but I'm a patriotic Nigerian who has worked so hard to achieve so much in this country. And for that reason, I support unions and organizations who would be patriotic and stand for the cause of the worthiness of their brother. Every Nigerian man wants to save their money. But for the first time,
let's return to the issue of Nigeria High Commission.
Okay, now, so now the issue of Nigeria
in 2015
is when I come on your program, you must understand one thing. I'm the chairman of the Commonwealth Liberation Party. I'm the opposition government. I'm a government who wants to rule with the people with genuine interests. I don't fight to come into, I don't want to be anything called prime minister. I just want to bring the platform, groom the future leaders, and teach them how to love humanity and how to dignify humanity. Now, before we begin to talk about the Nigerian embassy, I'm going to set the record straight. I don't tell a lie. I grew up telling the truth. Coming on your station today is to make a declaration, a simple declaration, and to address two things. Now, conservative government got voted into power.
Because of our lack of time, I just want to pick on a couple of these issues. So let's return to Nigeria Commission. You have said they collect money to prepare travel documents.
You see, in addressing issue, you must address the mythology. If not, you confuse people and you begin to have people saying she's talking rubbish. So I don't talk rubbish, I talk the truth. So to make life easy for you, first of all, conservative government, I made a press statement, and 22nd of this month is on the Commonwealth Liberation Party website. For the first time, I decided to wash my hands off and tell the truth, because the world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them do evil without doing anything. For the first time, I defined constitution. And the constitution simply says when a government becomes destructive, you have to alter them or abort them. Conservative government has brought destruction against the Commonwealth nation. So I made a declaration and said the Queen has to use her power and take the vote away from conservative and give it to Labour Party, and let Labour Party manage government for the time being, because conservative government has lost their mythology.
Because of our time, Prof, I just want us to stay so that we do not get distracted.
I am coming. Listen to me, my dear. Before I begin, if I don't give you the insights, you are not going to help yourself.
I have a very limited time. That's the point. Okay.
So now, the Nigerian
High Commission.
Nigerian embassy, you know, if you go to the party website, there's a story done by Guardian newspaper, a white lady. That story was carried in November of 2014. She sent me the link 3 days, and she actually sent me the link of the story she published. When she published the story, nobody heard it because she's a white person, so the white will say to her, shut up your mouth. So if you go to the party website, a white woman confirming on a Guardian newspaper how much the diplomatic commissions are paid for deporting Nigerians. And the caption says, Home Office makes secret payments to the Commonwealth embassies to deport their citizens. So if your time is so short now, so much justice will not be done for the people. So go and get that story and don't ask me what I'm talking about. But the last thing I need to say, first of all, immigration is going to all the houses of the Commonwealth nation, deporting them currently. Since last week now, they've been raiding them, going to their houses to pick them up. What I want to say to my Commonwealth nation,
your camera does not seem to be balanced. We are missing one side of your face.
Listen here. What I want to say to my Nigerian people and the people of the Commonwealth is that, one, immigration is a civil matter. Immigration is paramilitary. Immigration do not have a warrant. There is no court of the land that will give immigration a warrant. So if immigration comes to your house and say to you, we have a warrant of arrest, there's nothing like that. The Commonwealth people should not, from today, those who have heard my voice, should not open the door for any immigration officers. What normally will happen is that the immigration officers are police at the border, mounting the border. So when you cross the border and you come into the community, you actually do not have any issue with any immigration.
Prof, because of my time, you seem to, I don't know, but I'm afraid to say you are trying to avoid the question. On the issue of Nigeria High Commission, there's this point you have raised about them collecting money to prepare travel documents. I just want you to emphasize that and your evidence.
You see what's in the, you see, unfortunately, I'm not, you see, like I always say to you, I believe in action. I don't believe in talking too much. The evidence is out there. So if you get the evidence, read the evidence and ask me based on the evidence.
Okay, let me also ask you another question. You have visited a couple of people detained in different immigration prisons around the United Kingdom scheduled for deportation. What has been your experience? What have you heard from them? And what have you taken up discussion with the Home Office or with the Secretary of State?
Today, I am the chairman of the Commonwealth Liberation Party.
Which is a registered political party in the UK, I guess.
Listen to me, my dear. When you say Secretary of State, who is Secretary of State? Secretary of State is an employee, hired and fired. She can be hired and fired. Why will I be talking to Secretary of State? I should be talking to David Cameron. Cameron should invite me for a talk. Secretary of State is too small for me to talk to. She's just
when you visited detention camps, what has been your experience from people being prepared to be deported?
Listen to me, my darling. I make a mandate and I make a declaration and I compel you to do it. I am not those solicitors. So you see what, when they get some education and invite me back, let's talk pure English archaeology. We are talking like, I'm not here to tarnish anybody's reputation. I'm here to set the record straight. When I come to your program as an educationist, I'm here to teach
we just want to, we don't want too much, like you said, we don't want too much words. We want concrete facts. You must have visited detention camps.
Listen to me, my dear. Your interview, you see, your interview, you need to speak English archaeology. I don't like your English. I don't like what we're talking. You're not. You see, because you lack legal education, you're going to be messing my press. You see, coming on your television.
Prof, can I just ask you to answer this question straight? Have you visited detention camps lately? Have you visited detention camps lately?
I think you should ask that question to David Cameron. Has he visited detention? Please call David Cameron and ask him.
But if you're fighting and try to protect the rights of Commonwealth citizens who are being deported, you must have had a one-to-one contact with them.
Listen to me. I'm an educationist. I educate you and put the record straight. Cameron, Secretary of State, these boys, you see, when the dragon of hell has possessed the body of men, they want to destroy man.
I'm afraid we haven't got the time. We haven't got. I need to let you go, Prof.
Let me just say.
You don't seem to want to answer some of my key questions.
The English is not good enough for my.
Okay, education. Will you try to rephrase my English about visitation to detention camps? What is your experience? Have you had contact with Commonwealth citizens that you are trying to protect?
Every time I want to educate you yourself, you see, you are talking to me like the way you talk to the regular politicians who are coming to play junta politics, abuse them. Listen to me, I'm a royal mother of the Commonwealth nation. I'm the mother of the Commonwealth. All my investment is to see their futures are dignified and protected. Don't come here on your station and you are stopping my conversation. If I come
I need to, because the purpose of this conversation is to educate our viewers about what you're doing. But you seem to be giving us some information.
Questioning. So I'm not going to be able to pass the teaching. I'm an educationist. I want to just teach. I'm not here to answer rubbish questions.
But we need information, Prof.
So listen, you say you don't have time, so you are not enjoying. Listen to me, my dear. Go and read my articles and my teaching. When you bring me on your television station, you keep quiet and let me educate you.
Okay, Prof, let me ask you another question. You are aware that some Nigerians have been deported lately. Did you make any move to ensure that their deportation was stopped?
Listen, promise me you're going to listen. How many minutes do we have? Because if
we are out of time, but I need to pass information about what you're doing. Some Nigerians have been deported lately. Did you make any move on their behalf?
How many minutes do we have, first of all?
Less than 2 minutes, Prof.
Less than how many minutes?
Less than 2 minutes.
So are you going to keep quiet and let me talk?
No, I need you to answer my information. I need you to give information.
Your question because you lack the education. I need to educate you. So I cannot answer your question. I'm here to educate you.
I don't want to be, Prof. I just do not want to be rude. Okay, Prof. I'm afraid I need to call off this interview for now. Thank you, Professor Alexia Thomas. Thank you for your time on our show today. It's been a very great pleasure on the show. But let's allow our viewers to contribute to the discussion. Let's go on a very short break. And when we come back from this break, we'll open the phone line for our viewers to be part of this discussion. Professor Alexia Thomas has actually given it to me big time, but unfortunately, I'm not in the mood to respond by whatever means to some of the things she's giving to me on the show today. But let's go on a very short break now. From the beginning to the end, and that is why we are here. Keep watching. Newspunch from the television. And today, I'll be your host. From politics to economy, to business, technology, the totality of what makes man is what we bring to you here on Newspunch. We give you the information that you need, from business to economy, to politics to technology. And that's what we do here on Newspunch, from the beginning to the end. And that is why we are here. Keep watching Newspunch from the television. And today, I'll be your host. Okay, I've had a couple of my colleagues saying to me on the show that Newspunch today, you have been terribly punched by Professor Thomas Alexia. Are you sure you can still continue with the program? Because they were asking me, they are not sure if I'm still standing or sitting because I've got a lot of punches from Professor Thomas Alexia. But that's okay. We keep the program going. I think I'm still standing on my feet on the show. I've got Ade from Birmingham. Ade, thank you for being part of the program.
Oh my God, you got a real punch, man. I was laughing my head off, man.
I have been punched very terribly. In fact, my colleagues were really afraid. They were thinking I'm going to fall off if I can still stand.
Honestly, I feel sorry for you, man. Where did you get this woman from? My God, why is she so arrogant and so proud of herself? It's ridiculous. That's Nigerian. But
But one thing you give to Professor Alexia Thomas is this. Professor is really working. I've had a couple of contacts and discussion with her off the camera. She's really working out things. But I think pushing this information out is a couple of issues. Some of the allegations you will see, they are substantiated. The problems we have with Nigerians in the UK.
Question you're asking her.
Yeah, absolutely.
For over 10, 15 minutes, I don't know her. Throwing this question to her, she's not answering you, she's beating around the bush, you're putting the question to her, she's insulting you. So I don't know what she's doing. I don't know her, but she coming on to this program, she should expatiate and tell Nigerians that don't know her to tell us who she is. But the way she's beating around the bush, I almost switched off to another channel. But I said, let me see the end of this program. But you can't start insulting people. And she's a prof. What kind of prof is that? No, this kind of people, it's not the kind of people who want to see on telly. It's ridiculous. Thank you very much. But I commend you for your professionalism that you didn't throw it back to her. Well done. Thank you very much.
All right, Ade, thank you so much. I say I'm still looking at myself. I'm still standing as well. I can't imagine. That's very unusual of me. Okay, Ade, thank you so much for let's establish this. I really feel by a couple of ideas, Profs. Being a crusader of justice and human rights as well, you and I will agree that Nigerians and other people in this country, the black community, Africans in this country, are really suffering. There's so much injustice. The government of our different countries that are meant to protect our interests and fight injustice, they seem not to be doing that very effectively well. And so and of course you did mention about lawyers and solicitors who are only interested in what they can get. And of course, people who are falling victims of charlatans who are in the name of immigration solution in this country. We also understand the position of Professor Alexia Thomas. But I think pushing this information in a way that will make our message sink, I think this is what we've got. We'll try and reconnect with Professor Alexia at some other time, not today. I'm not sure I can stand any more punch from her anyway, but at some other time we'll try and reconnect her on some of our points. I've got Chinyere. Chinyere, you know our views. Can I put this to you? Professor Alexia Thomas's views expressed on this program today, they are personally our views. They are not the views of Ben Television. They are views held by her and not that of Ben TV. All right, Chinyere, thank you for being part of the program today.
Hello?
Yes, Chinyere, I'm with you. Good evening.
Okay.
Hello, Chinyere, I'm with you. You're with me. Chinyere, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, good evening, Chinyere.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go on. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Ireland.
From Ireland. Thank you so much for being part of the program today. Go ahead and make your point, Chiri.
Yes, Tunde.
Yes.
Oh, is he there?
I'm here. I can hear you. Chiri, you need to turn down the volume of your
my
TV
is
set.
down.
Yes, go on. I can hear you.
Well, Tunde, my contribution is the interview with the prof was exactly very fair. Yes.
Go on. You're listening to your TV. Mute your TV and keep talking to your phone.
My TV is on mute, and I'm talking to you.
Yes, go on.
What
Go
you want
on.
me to do? Yes.
I can hear you.
The interview between you and the prof was very fair, but it was a bit on the attacking side. You didn't allow her to profess herself. Yes. She was trying to... Hello?
I can hear you. Keep talking.
She was trying to make some points, but you did not let her make those points because you kept saying the time was short, but you wanted to emit responses from her at your own advantage. You see, when you are having an interview like that with someone one-to-one, yes, it's best to let them talk.
No, it's not about allowing people to talk. It's about giving information. It's about giving information. Professor Alexia is doing some job. We just want information about the job she's doing. But Prof wants to educate. The platform, as it is because of our time, is not a platform for education. It's a platform for information.
No. Information, yes. But at least you would let her talk. She was making a lot of sense because I've seen a lot of adverts on the buses about people wanting to be deported and a set amount being paid to them, not personally, but to the Nigerian High Commission.
Exactly, and this is the question I was putting to Professor. Our personal experience with Nigeria High Commission and people that are in different detention camps. Unfortunately, what information did you get from Prof about Nigerian High Commission collecting money? Did you get any information? For me, I don't think I was able to draw out the information I needed.
The information you wanted is about her visiting people in detention camps, not about the monies being collected. She was talking about that money being collected by the High Commission and a particular individual, but the response you wanted was about a visit to detention camp, which we were interested. A lot of people here were interested in hearing what she was going to say about that, but we didn't get too far because we kept calling.
Unfortunately, I needed to draw out information because that is what this program is about, drawing out information, not seriously that of education. And Prof was, I feel for Prof, she was on the verge of teaching, but we need, my viewers at home want information. My viewers at home want information about what she's doing and how she's carrying out job. I have spoken with Prof off camera, and Prof has given me more information off camera than she's giving me now, unfortunately. And this is why I say it has been a little bit painful. I've got Julius. Julius, thank you so much for being part of the program. Yes.
Julius from Liz.
Yes, Julius, thank you. Go ahead, Julius.
Yeah, I want to speak about the woman. I listened to that woman, I think yesterday or so. You were trying to ask her a question. I think she's too full of herself. She's not ready. She cannot pass any information or educate anyone because she's full of herself. I don't know why some people will come to a program like this. This program is for information, so that people will know, what is happening in the community or what, especially the question you were asking her, like, they should visit people in the detention camp. She's not able to answer. Even about the embassy, she's not able to pass any information. She was just speaking, like yesterday, she was talking, I've checked her website. Her website is nothing is legal about it. There's not, whoever goes there is going to be led astray. Especially, like look at the card she was showing yesterday. That card, I have never seen it before, but when I saw it, I was just laughing. People, I don't know if this woman is in for some fraud somehow. Please.
Professor Thomas Alexia as a registered party in the United Kingdom, and of course, being a head of a registered political party, she's entitled to her opinion and whatever policy and views she wants to pass across to people. And how she's doing this is what we're trying to draw out information about. All right, Julius, thank you for calling all the way from Leeds. Thank you for being part of the program. Thank you, Julius, for being part of the program. Okay, if you still have a couple of more minutes to be part of this program. At some other time, we will be able to return Prof again. A couple of issues she has raised. I'm still very, very desperate to draw out information from Prof. Some of the things she's saying might genuinely be of importance and of benefit to our company. But I think the communication level doesn't seem to be there. The key issues here, there have been a couple of allegations. Obviously, there's no doubt that people are suffering in this country. There's no doubt that the black man is being taken for granted. There's no doubt that the government of our different nations that are in this country that are to look after our welfare, they are not actually doing it. And if somebody is coming out to say, look, we have a way out, I think we should give that person the opportunity. But unfortunately, things just need to be pushed straight. I've got Kofi. Kofi, thank you for being part of the program.
Okay, thank you.
Go on. You're live, Kofi.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes. Go on. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Croydon.
From Croydon, okay. You need to turn down the volume of your TV or mute it, then go ahead. Just keep to your phone. Keep speaking, I can hear you. You're live.
Okay. I've turned the volume down.
Yes, go on.
I did really like some of the points that the Miss Alexia was talking about, because many of us have been through a lot in this country, and as a Commonwealth country, we are entitled to whatever the United Kingdom is having, because when you know about the history of Africa, the way they came to our land, and then many things were taken from us, So this is the time that we have to be part of the wealth. If you say Commonwealth, we all have the same wealth which they are having here at the moment. But the way the immigration system is treating Africans, it seems we are nobody. You get me?
Yes.
So it's a high time that when people come on this program, we just give them time to express, what Miss Alexia was trying to put across. I think she has information somewhere that she wants to disclose, but it seems the host is not trying to allow her to make her point across. So next time I would suggest that whenever Miss Alexia come online, the host should at least let her put her views across, because she did ask the host how many minutes. I mean,
you've just said it that the host is the host. My function and responsibility is to ask questions, and that job is to answer so that my viewers, people like you, can get information. If it is not about wanting to see what she needed to say, it's about me having a pre-knowledge what she needed to say and me to give her question and then she answer so that we communicate. It's communication. But the last interview doesn't seem to be kind of communication. She just wanted to pass across her knowledge. She's got too much up there that she wanted to dish out in just 15 minutes. And it's going to be cumbersome, it's going to be confusing, and it's going to be very stressful. And unfortunately, we couldn't manage that within that very short time. There's no doubt that Professor Alexia Thomas has quite a lot to offer. All right, I'm afraid this is how far I can go with the program today. It's been a pleasure on the show. We'll try and bring Professor Alexia back at some other point, and of course, maybe some other legal professionals will be able to add value to our discussion. My name is Tunde Alabi. Am I still standing? I think so. All right. Lots of punches on me today. I do have a very good evening. Enjoy your night. Bye. From politics to economy, business, technology, the totality of what makes man is what we bring to you here on Newspunch. We give you the information that you need.